Cape Cod Broadcasting weaves the listening environments of 99.9 WQRC, Ocean 104.7, WFCC Classical 107.5, Cape Country 104, and CapeCon.com's website experience to reflect the lifestyles of the people who live, work, and play on Cape Cod. We hope that you enjoy this podcast.
Good morning. I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal. I'm here in the studio with Cindy Russell, chair of Sandwich's 375th Anniversary Committee, and Gail Ravitz on the board of directors of the committee, co-chair of the upcoming Water Street Wing Fling, and also sponsorship director as part of that committee. This has been a huge year of activities for the town of Sandwich. Let's take a step back for a minute, and probably the most frequent question people ask you folks is, how have you planned all these activities? Cindy, what's it been like?
Thank you very much, Laura, for inviting us to come on Sunday Journal. We really appreciate it. You're right. A lot of people ask us, how have we possibly done a year of events? And when we started off and we started telling people we were going to do this, they looked at us and scratched their heads and said, well, I'm not sure about that. But yes, we are doing it. We've started in October of 2012, so we've had quite a long time planning. And we've already done quite a few of our events starting in January, and with First Night helping out with that. And then we did February Youth Art Month. March was March for the Arts with a number of artistic events happening at Town Hall. April was the Daffodil Festival and the Ronan Tynan concert. May, we started off with our Bash, Bringing Alive Sandwich History Days. And June, we had Heritage Day, and now we're into July. And in July, we have our major events coming up.
Now, I know this all reaches sort of a crescendo next weekend with Seafest at the Sandwich Marina. And tell us what that will be like, what will be going on, how should people plan when they're going to attend this event?
You're right. Seafest is one of our major events, and it is happening at the Sandwich Marina on July 26th from 10 to 4 p.m. It is going to be so much fun for families. We have a number of boats coming in, and all you pirates out there, be prepared, because the formidable pirate ship will be there with pirates on board, and you are welcome to board the pirate ship and check it all out. We also have a number of other really, really interesting boats. We have the 1620 Elizabeth Tilley shallop. The original shallop was in the hull of the Mayflower when they came to Plymouth, and pilgrims put the shallop together and jumped on and then landed on Plymouth Rock. We also have another interesting boat. It's the Coast Guard 36500 motor lifeboat, and some of you might know the story about the Pendleton rescue. 32 men were on board the Pendleton that split in half, and the motor lifeboat 36500 in 60-foot waves saved that crew. So that's quite an amazing story, and especially it becomes even more amazing when you actually see this 36-foot lifeboat. We also have an 87-foot cutter, Tiger Shark. Imagine checking that out, boys and girls. You'll have a lot of fun seeing exactly what that cutter does to save lives in our Cape Cod Bay and surrounding areas. We have a 32-foot lobster boat, the Margaret M. Here's another opportunity to check out what it's like to be a lobsterman on Cape Cod, and Sandwich has a number of lobster boats, so I'm sure that the boys and girls will enjoy that. We also have the 40-foot Sandwich Fire Department boat. This is a high-tech boat. If you want to see what side-scan sonar looks like and radar, GPS, here's an opportunity to check out those new electronics. Then we have Hooked on Kids Tent by the Thornton Burgess Society. We have a number of crafts that the children can participate in, from create your own jellyfish, sand painting, weave a fish, fishing game, fish print, shell match and sea critter, puppet play, tidal pools to check out what's alive and crawling around in the tidal pools, handprint crab, and paper plate shark jaws. Then we have the treasure chest of crafts, food, and music. And in this area, we have the Artisans Guild of Cape Cod. We have Shady Spot, class of 74. You can come and sit down and listen to music and have a bite from one of the food trucks or Marshland Restaurants or Beth's Cafe and Bakery that will be serving food. And the Cape Cod Coca-Cola van will be there giving tastings. And we have strolling musicians throughout this whole area. We also have the Shanty Music Tent, and we have the Rum-Soaked Crooks and the Mystic Shantymen, the Jolly Rogues, and the Jim Ellis Band playing. Another interesting event that everybody will enjoy is the NEMA Seafood Throwdown from 2 to 4 p.m. We have celebrity chefs Brandon Babiarts from Marshland Restaurants competing against Chef Steve Choss from the Daniel Webster Inn. MCs State Rep Randy Hunt and Spencer Montgomery will be keeping it a lively event as the chefs cook, and they will be judged by Heather Atwood, who's a food for thought blogger, Diane Langland who's the publisher of Cape Cod Edible Magazine, and Jim Gavoni, who's the chef at Decatur House. They're going to be given an unusual fish to prepare, and they'll have enough tastings for 100 people to check it all out. So be sure to check that out at 2 to 4. The Coast Guard is opening up the ground floor of the Coast Guard building at Cape Cod Canal Station. And if you've always wondered what's going on in that building, that beautiful building, here's an opportunity to go see that. It's the year of the Coast Guard, so they're also going to be doing displays in gear. And they have lots of games on the front lawn for the children to play. So it's going to be a very exciting day, and I'm sure you're all interested as where am I going to park and how am I going to get there.
That's just what I was about to ask.
Okay. If you go to our website, www.sandwich375.com/Seafest, there will be a map up that will show you where parking is available. It will also tell you that we have a free shuttle bus. So if you want to park at any of the 4 schools in Sandwich, that would be Wing School, Forestdale School, Oak Ridge School, or Sandwich High School, the bus will be making the rounds. We have 4 buses, so they'll be continually making the rounds all day long, picking up people and dropping them off at the marina.
So that's great for people to know that there are these shuttle buses and they can park at the various schools, and so many different things going on. And it sounds like, and a lot of those are free events. Is that right? Almost everything is free.
They're all free.
All free this weekend coming up. And so it's quite an event. Basically, you're going at the Sandwich Marina, you're going to see all these different types of ships and boats and be able to tour these hands-on things for adults, families, children, all happening coming up next weekend, Seafest at the Sandwich Marina. I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal. Also, next weekend, we have a big clam bake happening in the evening that anyone is invited to. Is that right?
That's correct. Tickets are now on sale for $55, and it's going to take place in the parking lot at Town Neck Beach, which has a beautiful view of the marshes and the boardwalk. It is an amazing menu of a 1 1/4-pound native lobster, homemade clam chowder, Cape Cod steamed clams, mussels, linguiça, corn on the cob, red bliss potatoes, homemade coleslaw, fresh rolls and butter, and topped with homemade strawberry shortcake.
So anyone can come to this event. And how many people are you planning for that event? How many people do you think will sign up and show up?
Well, we can have up to 400 people. So we're hoping they'll all come. We're going to be dancing to the music of the Moonlighters. We have a bar. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You can buy tickets online or at Heart of Stone, Splash Stationers, Titcomb's Bookshop, or Canterbury Liquors. But you can go online and buy your tickets also. So
a lot going on with Seafest on Saturday, July 26th. And then coming up after that, we have the Wing Fling. And Gail, tell us about that.
Wing Fling it's called Water Street Wing Fling because we know there are other wing flings that have happened that usually center around barbecued wings. But ours doesn't center around barbecue wings. Ours centers at Wing School, and it happens to be on Water Street. So it's Water Street Wing Fling. And when we were planning all of these events, we decided way back that there had to be, we thought they should all have some form of history related to them, some piece of history related. Seafest was to celebrate the seafaring background of Sandwich, the heritage of Sandwich. But Wing Fling originally was going to celebrate the modes of transportation in Sandwich, how we got from walking to places through wagons to cars to whatever. But it's sort of, we've decided by the time we got this time of the year, what we really needed was a fun fest. But we kept transportation in mind. What we have planned for the day is a car show with a variety of cars, from classic cars, exotic cars, antiques. For 2 days, we're going to have car shows with different cars. You can come if you can go online and register your car. If you just show up with your car, we'll probably be able to let you in. We'll see what happens, how many people come. So we have a car show going on. We also have we're going to have kayak tours on Shawm Pond. We figured that was another mode of transportation. We have a fire engine coming to the event. We have, let me see what else we have. We have in the evening, this is the topper. There's many more things going on in the daytime, but in the evening, another form of transportation. We're going to have hot air balloons.
So that's going to be really the colorful special thing of this part of this event. Well, that's going to be
around dinner time special. They're going to be hot air balloons. There are going to be 4 of them. You can ride in them. There will be a fee to ride in them. It's not a lot of money. It's only $15 to take a ride. They're going to be tethered. We want to make sure a lot of people can get rides rather than sending them up in the air, which will take too much longer. But we want to make sure that more people can get a ride, so they're going to be tethered. After that, in the evening, we have another surprise, which I'll come back to, but I'll give you a little bit more in the course of the days. We're going to have a railroad is coming in, a child size or an adult railroad called the roaming railroad, which is another form of transportation. There's going to be a mural being painted, which we would love to have children come. We have an artist outlining a mural. We want children to come and paint the mural for us. There will be a kids tent. There's going to be tons of inflatable inflatable rides to jump on and have a good time. Some of those are also look like transportation. There's a fire engine and things like that. So we've been sticking to that. Also, we know that I've got a variety of music, different kinds of music coming. There's a drumming circle coming for kids and adults in the morning on Saturday. On Sunday, I'm having something called Boston Boogie Heads. You can come and he will take your head and put it on the body of some dancing people that's already pre-recorded, and it will look like you'll be dancing to like a karaoke thing. So it'll be that's a fun thing to do. People love to watch people be silly. We've had people who have called us and said, we want to come to this event. This sounds like a fun event. Legoland Discovery Center is going to come. Their mascot, who is called Birdie. Forgive me, I don't know him, but I will know him very soon. They are coming with the master model builder. They're going to be building things, and they're also bringing some incredible models of Boston area sports trophies that have been made in Legos. They're bringing those on Sunday. And there's a lot more things going on, but the car show is going to have, we're going to have regular cars. We're going to have antique and classic cars, but we're also going to have a sponsor. Atlanta Subaru is coming, and they're going to have a booth with a bunch of new Subarus, including a hybrid for people to take a look at.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful event coming up August 2nd and 3rd, the Water Street Wing Fling with car show, hot air balloon rides, all kinds of things going on that weekend.
Can I tell you one more thing,
Laura,
sure,
which of course.
I think people would love? In the evenings, on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we're having an event called Paintscaping. This has been a 3D, I don't know how exactly to call it, 3D animation, computer-generated animation, mapping. It's going to be a show that has never appeared on the Cape before. It's based in California. They will be projecting this show on the front of First Church in Sandwich on the corner of Main and Water Street. And it's going to go on from 8:30 at night till 10:30 at night. We need to do it in the evening. It's a projected show. It's going to be in lieu of fireworks. It's going to be more exciting than fireworks. It's got music. It's just if you look on their website, paintscaping.com, you will find the kinds of events it will be. So we think Seafest has got a lot going on. Wingfing has got a lot going on as well.
So many unique things, and again, we get back to the planning of all this, where it seems like you folks decided we are going to have events that people will not forget, things that have really never happened. Is that sort of what going into the planning? Is that what you were thinking? We really want to knock their socks off?
Yes, and to celebrate our 375th. And actually, if you look at everything we have done, we've brought in all of the elements of Sandwich, from art, culture, history with our bash days. 16, 17, 18, and 1900 BASH days.
And tell people what BASH stands for, the acronym.
BASH stands for Bringing Alive Sandwich History.
And who thought of that? Because that's been unique. You've had several of those.
Well, actually, we stole it.
Okay. Someone else thought of it.
Well, one of the things we've done is we've twined with Sandwich UK as our sister city, and they have Bringing Alive Sandwich Heritage. And when we first started talking to them, we really liked that acronym. So we said, could we borrow it? And of course, that's the best form of flattery. And they said yes. But we just changed it a bit from heritage to history. So that's where it came about.
And I think there's one more BASH event happening in August, and that because you've been doing each century. And so the August one, is it August 23rd or sometime around then?
August 21st.
Okay.
No, it is the 23rd. Sorry, you're right. And we're actually bringing the Budweiser Clydesdales in, the whole big team, the big wagon, with the Dalmatian sitting on top, and they're going to lead off a cavalcade of cars from the 20th century, from 1900 all the way up to 2000. And we're doing a USO block party that night with the Cape Cod Symphony Swing Band and the Snug Tones. During the day, we're going to have Dodge McKnight.
So a lot of things going on August 23rd. I don't want to forget to mention, I think you have a grand parade coming up at September 13th, another huge event, I'm sure, with the planning.
We do. It's a 2-mile parade route. We have over 50 groups already participating. Amazing award-winning bands that have never been on the Cape before. And we have the Aleppo Shriner Clowns. We have Wally coming down with the World Series trophy. And if you want to be in the parade, August 1st is the deadline to sign up. Go to the website, www.sandwich375.com/parade, and you'll find the application. But here's a great opportunity to share your sandwich journey, which is the theme of the parade, with everybody that will be coming.
What I'm wondering is how the people planning the 400th anniversary are going to top this, because it's really quite amazing. But they're going to have to start planning now. The people in that committee, there may be kindergartners now. They're going to have to start thinking about it.
Well, Laura, we'll all enjoy watching it.
But that was a great overview of these many different events coming up. Seafest coming up July 26th, and Water Street Wing Fling on August 2nd and 3rd. Unfortunately, we're out of time now. Thank you both for coming. I'm Laura Reckford, and this is Sunday Journal.
This podcast is a presentation of Cape Cod Broadcasting, which is solely responsible for its content. Thank you for listening. For more information, please visit us at capecodbroadcasting.com.